Okay, this is your girl, Mama Motormouth. Okay, the question came in, who's to blame when the relationship's over, you, them, or both? Really, it's sort of ironic that question came in yesterday when I had just had a conversation with my ex-boyfriend. He called me up, talking to me, telling me a whole bunch of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. My thing is, I don't travel backwards, but I will at least give you one more time, I think everybody's pretty curious where if you break up with someone, you don't mind about, trying to at least give them one more chance, especially just depends on how bad the breakup was. I mean, the breakup for us, it wasn't bad. It's just the fact that he was in his feelings. I'm an honest person. I say what I mean what I say, and I feel that as an adult, I'm not going to be rude to you, but I'm still going to be truthful and I'm going to be honest because I feel that that's what you need in a relationship. You need that communication, and you need to be able to be honest with that person. If you can't be honest with them, then to me, like I said, what's the point of having that relationship? But even with him, I was honest with him. He's the type of person where he can talk about you and say whatever he say about you or whatever, and then it's supposed to be okay. But when you tell him something about him that's true, he's in his feelings. I'm talking about my ex, but he's in his feelings, and he decides that he doesn't want to talk to you, and that's how that's what ended up happening that last time that we had broke up, in which I like the first time that's what happened. The second time when he came back with the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, I actually tried to give him another chance, which was actually a year and a half ago. I thought maybe he had changed because it had been a year since we had been together, so I thought that maybe, okay, well, maybe he's sincere, maybe he changed. He had showed signs of being sincere, like he had changed, but I sort of knew that if he hadn't changed for real, that it would show between 30 and 60 days, because anytime you have a particular routine, it takes 21 days to make the routine an actual routine if you do it every day for 21 days. Now, if you're a type of person where something that you do and you're trying to hide from doing it because you're trying to impress someone, it's going to come out between the first 30 to 60 days. Now, literally, it's going to come out between the first 30 days, but if they're strong enough and they hadn't gotten what they wanted yet, but they're still trying to hold on, just, you're trying to hold on just a little bit to try to get it, then you may survive 60, but after 60, you're not going to survive longer than that, trying to do something that someone else wants you to do in order to get them, because as soon as what you want does not come through, then you decide that you want to put a stop to the whole entire thing. So you can always tell a person's character, because if you want to do something for someone, you're going to do it out the kindness of your heart, or you're going to do it because you want to do it, or you're going to do it because you want to genuinely help them. So there's a lot of reasons why you'll do something when you really want to do it, but when you don't want to do it, you're going to put on the act, you're going to put on the show. That's just what you're going to do. So even with him calling and talking to me, and I'm like, no, baby, I've done it already 2 times with you before, and he really sort of, I guess you could say, made up my mind for me, because you made an accusation after the fact that we had our conversation. I said what I had to say, he said what he had to say, and my thing is, I'm not in the sabotaging business. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can always say if it's my fault or I was the one to blame, or this is the reason why we're not talking anymore, but it was because he decided that he didn't want to talk to me. He decided that he didn't want to call, and he didn't want to say anything else to me because he was in his feelings. So he actually admitted that okay, well, you said something that I didn't want to hear. It was the truth, but I was in my feelings and I didn't know how to handle it. And I'm like, well, if I was to be your girlfriend, longtime girlfriend, wife, or whatever, then there's a lot of things you're not going to be able to handle, because I'm going to continue to tell you the truth. And even with that, I had, like I said, when the question came in, who's to blame? Just like I was telling him, I'm trying to. Well, actually, he was trying to play chess on the checkerboard. Really, to tell you the truth, he was the checkerboard. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was chess. So you trying to play chess with your checkerboard, and it's not going to work. Those are 2 totally different games with 2 totally different rules. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm on this level and he's down here, and then you're trying to mix the chess and the checker pieces together. One is cheap and one is expensive. So you can't mix those pieces together. Like I said, that's a different board game. That's a different rule. That's a different game altogether. You know what I'm saying? See, like I told him, if I continue to hold my breath waiting on him, then I'm gonna drown. If I'm gonna hold my breath trying to wait on you to get it together, I'm drowning. No. And the killer part about it is, you're old enough to actually know. You're old enough to get it together. I can say, baby, you got maybe a hot 25 more years left on this earth, before you hitting the grave. So that's letting everyone know that you're already half a century old. You're half a century old. So everyone knows that's over 50 or over. So, not trying to tell an age, but that's the thing about it. Like I said, who's to blame? You're saying who's to blame? Well, evaluate what they've done, evaluate what you've done, and then you put it together to see who's to blame. It may have been them, it may have been you, it may have been both of you guys. It could be a mutual agreement, or it really could have been that person, or it really could have been just you. So anytime you want to try to find out who's to blame, look at why you broke up, look at the situation, look at what happened. Then you will be able to see, who's to blame. But it's not really even to say who's to blame, because if you can talk everything out, or you can talk everything through, then yeah, maybe like I said, I don't backtrack, but I backtrack at that time, because I was trying to still give, people a chance. But because of what I know now, I would never backtrack. I would never do that, because it's a particular reason why we're not together. It's a particular reason why, we broke up. And, some people may disagree with me, and I understand that, because maybe you backtrack and you got back with an ex-husband or ex-wife or an ex, and everything's going good now. That's fine. That's cool. Like I said, do that. Give them that extra chance. But I'm just saying, in my experience, and I'm saying from the people that I know that that's trying to get me to backtrack, your people that you're backtracking with may be totally different, than the ones that I'm backtracking with. And when the decision was made for either you stop talking to me, or I stop talking to you, when the decision is made, I'm going to evaluate why that decision was made, either by you, or either by me, or either by both of us, whether I decide to want to backtrack. But just looking at the circle of people that I had been in relationships with, I would never backtrack with any of them, because I know that it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good for me. Now for you it may be, but for me, no, it's not. But like I said, that was really answering the question, who's to blame. Like I said, always evaluate the situation and the reason why you broke up, in order to find out, okay, yeah, who's to blame. Because like I said, you may can salvage it in the future, but then again, depends on what happened. You may not. But that was my nugget for today. I'm Mama Motormouth. Peace, and I love you guys.